Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today is another recurring guest. This is starting to become a bit of a thing by the looks of things. It's the lovely Lianne Davies once again. We had a chat about the usual kind of stuff, TVs and movies and things like that. So enjoy this episode of Cookiecast and see what you think. Right, podcast time. Let's do this.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to Cookiecast. I'm Lianne Davies.
Yes, you are.
That's what you were going to say, who you were.
And I'm Cookie. I didn't realise we were going to do that. Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be a bit more
I want it to sound like a...
professional.
Like a...
newscaster.
Yeah, a presenter.
Rather than a podcaster.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that I've neglected so far. Making it a bit more professional.
Yeah.
Rather than slapdash.
Haberdashery.
Slapdashery.
Haberdashery.
I don't think they're the same thing.
No. Okay.
Okay. So, are you ready then?
I am ready.
Are you ready to do this?
Ready to do this.
So give us a rundown of the amazing TV that you have no doubt been watching over the last week or so from when we last spoke to you.
Apart from maybe like one episode of Made in Chelsea that will have been on since we last spoke, I have been watching Survival of the Fittest. This is a show that was on about a month ago, I believe.
Okay.
5 or 6 weeks ago, maybe.
What is this?
This is a reality TV show made by the same people who made Love Island. So it's an ITV show.
Uh-huh.
But rather than just focusing on some people sunbathing and searching for love, they actually have some physical challenges to do.
Okay.
And they're all based in like the Serengeti or somewhere.
Alright.
Yeah. So like there's boys against girls competing in events, and one of the losers, so like the girls might lose or the boys will lose, and then one of those will get sent home.
Okay.
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah. Every day they do a challenge.
Okay.
So now I've only got the final left to watch. I was like, who's going to win?
Who is going to win?
Boys or the girls?
The boys. Is that right? Is that the right answer?
I don't know. The boys had they started off with 6 people when the show, like the first episode.
Uh-huh.
And the boys still had 5 of their original 6 people.
Wow.
Up until the second to last episode. But only 4 of them could go through. And I think the girls' team only had 2 of their original 6 people there.
You're saying that kind of leans towards maybe it will be the boys.
Maybe, but the girls, I think, had won the last 4 challenges.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Is that it then?
You've been missing out, yeah, essentially.
Oh, I've missed out on what sounds like another amazing programme.
Yeah.
Missed out might not be the right word.
For you. I'm glad that I found it. Oh, I know what else I've been watching.
Oh, go on.
I can't think what it's called.
Oh, okay, that's really informative.
It was that other reality TV show about the hotel.
Hotel Babylon.
No. It was called the 5-Star Hotel.
Okay.
Because they had 5 stars / celebrities.
Z-list celebrities, are they?
Yeah, running the hotel.
Oh, right.
I think there might have been some more episodes since I last tuned in.
Oh, then maybe you can get caught up on what sounds like amazing TV viewing.
Yes.
Yeah?
I like reality TV.
Mm.
It whisks me away from my own life.
Wow, maybe I should start getting into it.
Yeah.
So? Should we talk?
Turkey.
Gobble gobble. No?
Is that your impression?
That's
Your
my
impression
impression.
of the week.
That's this week's impression. That was me
Turkey.
as a turkey. Gobble, gobble.
I was going to try and do one, but no.
No? Have you watched any movies since the last time we spoke?
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. Go on then.
Not many, though. We haven't been very good on the movie front recently.
We haven't.
We watched This Is the End.
This Is the End. Seth Rogen, James Franco,
And a whole host of...
and a multitude of other actors.
This was a film that when we first originally saw it, a few years back now, was not high on my list of films to ever watch again. I think I hated it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Probably because it was funny and I just don't...
And you don't have a sense of humour, so you really struggle with things.
I just didn't find it funny. But a point in time comes when you think, I need to rewatch this programme or film or whatever to see if it was me or if it was in fact that the film was shit.
And what was the verdict?
It was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
I warmed to it more the second time.
Yeah, it's a good little movie, that. I quite like it.
It's a little bit silly.
I like Danny McBride in
Yeah.
it. That's where he eats all the food and drinks all the water.
Because he doesn't even realise that they're the situation that they're in.
But I was talking to somebody and I was saying that I think in a situation like that, when they're all like comedy actors, when they're having to do those scenes, because I watch the outtakes and stuff.
Is a lot of it sort of ad-libbed?
I don't know. But when they're having to do those scenes, I think it must be really difficult with like loads of sort of comedy actors in the same place at the same time to keep it straight and actually
Deliver the
get
lines.
through it.
Yeah.
But I think they did quite well taking the piss out of themselves.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of stuff that takes the piss out of them.
Because essentially they are playing themselves.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they are playing themselves, aren't they?
Yeah. But yes, it was... Yeah. I enjoyed it more the second time round. Maybe I was less uptight whilst watching it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not like you?
I know, I think I go into things thinking, I'm not going to like this, so...
Yeah, you do have
I'm
a
not gonna
tendency
enjoy it.
to make your mind up about something before you've seen it.
Yes.
Which I've tried to sort of tell you isn't the best way to go about watching something, but you won't listen.
You just get certain things in your head though. It's like not wanting to watch a movie based on the title, even if you don't know what it's about. Because you think it's going to be about a certain thing. Based on the title, and then you find that it's not, and it was like your favourite film.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Something that happened recently, but I can't think what it was.
Okay. Yoga hoses. No, in fact, I'm going to come back to yoga hoses because you and I need to have a conversation about that film.
Why don't we do that now? Seems as you mentioned it.
No, we'll come back to it. Don't you worry, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
So, did we watch anything else film-wise?
We watched 18. I was going to say the remake, but...
The 18.
It's not a remake, is it? Just, the movie. With Bradley Cooper.
Yep.
With the guy from Taken. Liam Neeson.
Yep.
And some other people.
Yeah. The guy from District 9.
Yeah. What's his name?
He's an S name.
Sneaky.
Fucking prawn.
Sneaky fracking prawn.
Okay, so did you enjoy the A-Team?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Is it the first time you've seen it?
No, it was the second time. It was another rewatch.
Really?
I like a classic kind of action movie.
See, the A-Team for me is one of those films, and it falls into a certain type of category that I think there's a place in the world for. And it's mindless action movie.
Yes.
And, you know, a thing I find myself saying a lot is, not the best film ever made, not the worst film ever made, but, and the but is the important bit. And for films like the A-Team, and there's a lot of films like it out there that, yeah, it's not the best film, but it's not trying to be. And it's not the worst film.
It's just easy watching.
It's easy watching because you can literally turn your brain off and just stare at the screen.
Yes.
And be entertained.
There are, I put it in a very similar category to The Expendables.
Yeah.
For the same reason. And
mindless
also
action movie.
G.I. Joe. Those two films.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all just that same kind of mindless action.
Yeah, it doesn't require anything from you. You know, you don't need any major amount of thought, or you can just watch it and be entertained. And if a movie hits that, then surely it's doing its job.
It's a good movie, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yes, there was something else, which was I Love You, Man.
Yeah.
Yes. A film that I always wanted to watch again, but never actually thought would need to, because it was equal parts humour to cringe.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a cringe factor to that film.
And to be fair, actually watching it the second time, it wasn't as good.
Really?
In either respect. I didn't think it was as funny as I remembered it, but it also wasn't as cringy as I remembered it.
Yeah, I didn't remember it being as cringy. I don't think it was as cringy as I remembered it to be.
Apart from that one scene.
Your favourite scene, your new favourite movie scene.
Yeah.
I still thought it was funny. I still enjoyed it. It was I watched it in a whole other way. I watched it and sort of looked at it as the bad side of relationships, whether that's a relationship like a friendship, relationship with a partner, in that sense that you want to spend time with your partner, but you want to spend time with your mates, and the way that those two things work against each other. Mm. And there was points in it where I just really struggled with it, because it was just that painful sort of experience of watching that develop.
And that it shouldn't necessarily be that way.
Yeah, it certainly shouldn't be that difficult. But you thoroughly enjoyed the slapping the bass scene.
Slapping the bass. Yes, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah, it makes me laugh.
It didn't make you laugh at the time.
It did. No, it does. It's just the way that scene goes on and on and on, and it's like, no, stop.
Oh, God,
stop saying it, stop saying it, and he just doesn't. He keeps going.
Yeah, in the middle of the film, in the middle of that scene, you told me that you weren't going to do any more impressions on the podcast purely because of that bit.
Because that was sort of...
It's like a debate.
I think that's why it made me cringe, because I was just thinking of me trying to do impressions.
That might have to be this week's impression.
Slapping the bass.
Not now.
Oh, what?
No, we do impressions at the end.
Oh, I've ruined it.
Got to keep some sort of uniform
format to. I see. I was in the moment.
So, using the Trevor scale.
Oh, yeah.
We should have done each one, but let's go back to the first one. This is the end. How many Trevors out of 10? 10 Trevors.
For me, 6.
6 Trevors.
A steady 6.
I'd go 7.5 Trevors on this at the end.
Okay.
Some days it'd be an 8. The A-Team.
Again, I think that's a 6 for me.
I might go a 7 Trevors on that, purely because I know it's a film I can put on at any point in time and just go, there. I put something on and I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
I Love You, Man.
That probably gets a 6.5.
6.5. Yeah, I'll just go 7 just for continuity.
To be fair, I can't actually remember sort of like what number of Trevors I gave movies last time. So I'm not sure if I'm being consistent in my scale allocation.
And your scoring.
Yeah. But spur of the moment, those are my answers.
Okay.
I'm trying to think like what would actually get a 10.
What would get a 10?
Did we discuss this last time? No. What would be a 10 on the Trevor scale?
Pain and Gain.
You'd put that as a 10?
Yeah, it's just a great movie.
I'd probably go like 8.
Serenity.
Yeah.
Serenity is just a perfect movie.
Would you go 10? I wonder, could anything really ever be a 10?
Can anything ever really be a 10 is probably a good question. I don't know is the answer.
You'd have to go like 9.5 for Serenity, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Top end of the scale. What would be a... I'm not sure anything would ever get a 0.
I don't think 0 exists in a scale. It's 1.
1. What would get a 1?
I don't know. Hobo with a shotgun has got to be...
I'm not sure that would even get a 1. It'd be like a...
No score draw.
No, not that bad. I was thinking more like a 2.5 or a 3.
There's nothing redeeming about that film.
What about when he was eating glass? Like, didn't he eat a light bulb or something?
I have no idea. I think I've erased the majority of that film from my memory.
There was just that pretty... I don't even know what the word is for that one scene that was just beyond sort of disrespect and...
Yeah, there was a lot of elements about that film that were just wrong.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to sort of just keep checking in when we rate films, just make sure that it stacks up to other stuff.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to make sure our scale is consistent.
Just trying to keep ourselves true.
Yeah.
And honest.
Okay.
Honest John.
Speaking of movies, I want to come back to a film that you have reviewed recently.
Okay.
And that film is Yoga Hosers.
Okay, yeah.
So, you said that you didn't particularly like that film. I think you reviewed it quite low on the Trevor scale.
Did I give it a 5?
I have no idea. I imagine there was something in that area. However,
yeah,
I would like to draw your attention to... Just remind me, what is your new favourite phrase at the moment?
Sorry about that. That was just for the record. For anybody listening, that was my best Canadian accent impression.
And where exactly does that phrase come from?
That comes from Yoga Hosers.
And I seem to remember pointing out to you the other day that for a film that you say that you didn't like, you do reference it an awful lot.
But I don't reference
you
different
even
bits,
text me today. I said you dropped the ball on something and your response was a text version of sorry about that.
How did it go? How did you read it?
I read it as sorry about that.
I think that was worse than mine.
That was worse than yours. I made sure because I wouldn't want to upstage you.
But yes, I spelt it so that you read it in the right way.
I was wandering around Asda laughing, trying to explain it to Rob going, well, pretty much the exact story I've just gone through there, so...
I take it Rob hasn't seen Yoga Hosers.
No, he hasn't rushed out to purchase a copy of Yoga Hosers so he can sit down and watch it.
Yeah, that's not reflective of the film. That is just a funny phrase that I have latched onto.
Yeah. Let's go with that, and then I'll remind you when you're asking to watch it again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, you and I, recently finished a TV program that we were watching together.
We did.
Some would say TV program, some would say cartoon, some would say
Greatest show on the earth.
greatest show ever made.
I wouldn't say that, but I'm sure
Yeah,
some people would.
Some people would. A lot of people would.
Yeah.
Most intelligent show ever made could be the argument.
That I would agree with, because there is a lot of it that I do not. It's not that I don't consciously understand it, but I know that I'm not getting what's actually going on and all the stuff that you're supposed to link it to.
So, would you like to give us your review of season 1 to 3 of Rick and Morty?
I'm not really sure what words I could use to describe it.
Exceptional.
Exceptional is probably not the word for me.
Why?
It is one of those that I enjoyed it because it's easy to watch. But because I know that I don't understand what is going on and all the ins and outs, I'm probably not enjoying it to its full benefit, if you know what I mean.
You also have a tendency not to actually watch.
Yeah, because it's just like frazzling my brain, and it's like I need some time out from this very complicated and in-depth show. What I am impressed with is how people can come up with these ideas and make it flow through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that takes a higher level of being.
I showed you that video yesterday of all the stuff that's hidden.
Yeah, I couldn't even watch that. And like, I don't need to know, because that's not important to my level of understanding.
But it is next level, the amount of stuff that they hide in it.
Yeah.
It's very good, though. The thing about the fact that Rick doesn't wear seatbelts.
Yes.
And that's just, stuff like that's just amazing.
Who would have ever noticed that? And yeah, it's just stuff to do with like time travel and multiple versions of people that I struggle to get my head around.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So I don't know whether Rick is the same Rick that we started watching by the end of it.
Rick and Morty are the same Rick and Morty that we started with, but the rest of them aren't. So Jerry, Summer and Beth aren't the same ones.
Oh, right.
It's good to see that you followed.
Yeah, I see. I
followed
had no
along.
idea. Yeah, absolutely no idea. I thought Rick was different. I thought he was a robot.
He's got cybernetic augmentations at this point in time, I believe.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
No, but I just take things at face value.
Okay. Could you have an attempt at picking out a favourite episode or part of an episode?
I can't remember.
Okay.
There were certain ones that
Who's your favourite character?
Probably Morty.
Really?
Yeah. I quite like Morty.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Morty.
Who's your favourite character?
Well, I mean, you kind of got to go with Rick, but I was always sort of taught that you shouldn't ever go with the main characters as your favourite. You should try and find like a different character.
Yep.
I quite like Squanchy, especially when he turned into the big version of himself.
Squanchy.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like there was the episode where maybe this just stands out because it was recapped in that video you showed me. It's like the hidden stuff, but like the Saw episode where Rick had got too drunk to remember.
Vindicators 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that one had a couple of chuckle references. No, I know what made me laugh most. It was, I don't know what it was called. I don't know how long it was ago, but it was the episode where, like, the chair was a pizza, and then I can't even remember what happened, but like, then
they're on the run from the Councillor Ricks.
Yeah.
Because the Councillor Ricks thinks that Rick's been killing other Ricks, and they keep jumping through different dimensions.
Dimensions, yeah, and like a chair's a different type of thing each time.
Yeah.
I can't even explain it.
And a large person with people on the side. Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that.
That actually did make you laugh, which is
Yeah.
almost impossible, so it must have been good.
It was a laugh out loud.
And LOL,
I lolled.
as the kids say.
I'm down with the kids.
Mm.
I'm not.
No.
Not at all.
So,
So,
what did you do at the weekend? Anything that you particularly want to tell us about?
at the weekend, Saturday, I went to London
Okay.
to meet with my southern cousin contingency.
Okay.
And we went to somewhere called Enigma Escape, I think. And we did an escape room.
So it's currently it's Monday. You went there on Saturday, and I purposefully haven't asked you about it since Saturday, so that we could discuss it.
Yes, okay.
So, what was it called again?
The actual venue, I think, was called Enigma.
Enigma.
Yes.
Edward Enigma.
Yes,
Yeah.
Enigma. Yeah.
Right, so talk us through it, because you haven't told me anything about it, just so that we could discuss it on the podcast. So now is our time. So, go.
This place that we went to, they had 2 escape rooms, so they were quite a small place. They themselves have been open for 2.5 years, and they said at the point that they opened, they were one of only 2 escape room places in London, and there are now approximately 30. Which
Okay.
the guy was telling us just goes to show how popular these escape room things have become.
Yep.
So the one we did was called The Killer, and I don't know what I was expecting, to be quite honest. I thought we would just be in a room, like with a table and some puzzles on pieces of paper, and we were literally locked in. And until you'd completed your puzzles, you weren't allowed out. I didn't sort of realise that we would be immersed in a sort of real life puzzle. So basically, we walked into this little cinema room. We watched a video which set the scene and told us that we'd gone to the cinema, and whilst we were there, we were gassed, and we were going to wake up and be in a cage at the back of the cinema. So we were then led into a small room, which was probably like, I don't know, 5 foot by 3 foot or something. No, a bit more than that. But it was a small room. Not a lot of room for 4 people to be in there. And there was no lights on or anything. And we were sort of feeling around the walls. And there was just 3 solid walls and then a cage on one side. So it was like really unnerving. And the first thing we were trying to do was basically, there was some tiny little spotlights on the ceiling. We could see that there was some writing on the wall. So we were trying to read the writing in this really dim light to work out if it gave us a clue. And then some of us were trying to feel around the walls, thinking there must be a light switch somewhere. And then sort of like put your hand on the cage, and I was just waiting for something to be on the other side of the cage, or somebody to like grab our hands back or something. But we found a light switch, sort of like you had to put your fingers through the cage. So we got some light in the room and read what was on the wall, and basically said that this man had been broken out of jail. And every day he changed the lock to the cage door. So we were looking at the cage door, and there was 2 locks on it. One was just a key padlock, and one was a key code lock.
Okay.
So we realised that we needed to A, find a key, B, work out what the key code was going to be. That there was a curtain on the other side of this cage door which we managed to open, which basically was into a janitor's closet, and from there we could see various, there was like buckets, a stool, there were a couple of jackets hung up on the wall, then some like brush heads and mop heads and things. Now the mop handles and stuff was in our reach, so we managed to pull those closer to us and get them through the cage door, but then we had to use those to reach right through the cage to try and find some form of clue in order to escape. But we managed to like knock the bin over, and this piece of paper rolled out the bin, so we managed to get that closer to us using the handles from the mop. And we were reading through it, and it basically gave us clues to work out the code for the keypad lock. So we were there for a while trying to solve that, but we got there eventually, and managed to find a key as well by knocking the jackets off the wall and then dragging those over to us. And I thought if we got out of that and into the janitor's room, then that was basically it over. But as we went into the janitor's room, then we found like there was lockers that were locked in there that we needed to get inside, so there was more clues to solve. And then even once we got through that, which was like 30 minutes later, we then went out into a third room. And there was loads of paintings on the wall, like covered in blood and stuff. And we had to find a password to get into a laptop to work out what to do next. And it just went on and on and on. It was like multi-layered, lots of different challenges. Even once you got so far, there was more stuff to solve. And ultimately, we got out after like 51 minutes. 51 minutes? Yeah, out of our allotted hour. Now, whilst we were trying to get through it, the guy that worked there was sat in a room watching us on cameras, and he could hear what we were saying. So if he found that we were stuck on a particular puzzle for too long, he would put a clue up on the screen that had the countdown on. So I think we had sort of maybe 4 or 5 clues throughout the time whilst we were there to keep us on track. And when we'd finished, he said that we'd done pretty well, and he hadn't given us too many clues compared to other people that have participated. And he said those people that usually do finish might only have 2 or 3 minutes left. And he said we had 9 left, so we'd kind of done well. Now, I haven't described that very well, but without giving away sort of everything for anybody that might want to do it in the future, it was really good fun. It was a lot more immersive than I expected. There's lots of different levels to it with multiple rooms. I just thoroughly recommend it to yourself or anybody else that is looking to take part in one.
Because this is the thing, there's one in York.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there might actually be 2.
Ah, okay.
But I know there's definitely one.
I don't know how much they might cost. This one in London was £25 per person.
Wowza.
So it is quite pricey.
Wow.
Yeah. We did get provided with drinks and snacks on arrival.
Okay.
We got a little gift at the end as like a reward for actually completing the challenge and escaping.
Okay.
But the man that worked there, sort of, you forget at the time that he's listening to everything you say. So he took a picture of us at the end and then put it on Facebook with some like hashtags of things that we'd actually said while we were in there.
Wow.
Yeah. So like when we'd knocked a bin over and found a piece of paper giving us clue to solve one of the puzzles, an empty plastic bottle rolled out. And I think at the time I'd said, "Oh, a plastic bottle in case we get stuck in here and need a wee." And that was one of the hashtags we put on the photo. So yeah, good fun all round.
That sounds interesting enough.
And it was not what I was expecting at all. It felt a little bit like a crystal maze challenge whilst we were doing it.
Cool.
So I think we probably need to test out the local.
Yeah? You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
do it.
So, something that I was going to talk to you about was the fact that I've mentioned this on a couple of previous podcasts now. While I was in Edinburgh last week, I bought a record player and some vinyl. But when I was asking you about it, you said we didn't need one.
Yeah.
And do you want to go through what your reasoning behind that was?
Because we have lots of methods of playing music.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Mostly like digital.
Yes.
I think that's the thing. Music goes digital. Having a record player just means somewhere else to store stuff, to store vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's vinyl, man.
Yeah.
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 Have you listened to any since I got it?
I have listened to snippets of stuff you were playing.
Yeah. You thought it sounded different?
It just sounds classic.
Classic.
Yeah. You can't beat the little sound of like the needle and like that little background you get at the start of a track.
That is true. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Can't get that on your digital.
No. Well, you probably can.
No. Not for you.
If they recorded it like that, you could.
Then why would they do that?
So that you've got easy access to it without having to put the record player on.
Wow. Sounds like laziness to me.
You also can't be when like there's a scratch on the vinyl and it skips 30 seconds.
That's true.
And because the scratch goes all the way across the vinyl, it does that repeatedly.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times.
Yeah.
So, how's the diet going?
Ow! The diet's going okay.
Yeah?
Excluding this weekend. Because there was like kind of off the wagon for a couple of days.
Yeah?
Being in London for the day. Had to have like a bacon sandwich and a hash brown on the way.
Had to.
Yeah.
Had to have that.
Yep.
Where did you get that from? Didn't mention that.
Little place at the station.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. That little bakery place.
Really?
Yeah. It was a really good hash brown. Also said it was an oven baked hash brown.
Yeah. Okay.
Rather than like deep fat fried. Yeah. It was very tasty. That's what I did after I found out that my train was cancelled. And I was there like half an hour before the actual train they were going to allow me on. I also then ate out whilst I was down there. What else did we have? Chili and nachos. Probably not something you'd tend to eat when you're on a diet.
No?
No. So technically I'm back where I started on the diet after a weekend of eating. That packet of hobnobs didn't help either. But other than all these things, I feel in a good place about it. Actually, what I noticed was that my trousers, my jeans that I had on today, fit better.
Yeah?
Yeah, like when you go to take them down to go to the toilet, you don't have to wriggle out of them. They just kind of glide down your legs.
Sounds good.
So my weight maybe technically hasn't changed, but I'm noticing some differences.
I had the wonderful opportunity to have in the gym my gym t-shirt not staying tucked in. I presume that was because it was
Stretching around.
a little too small.
Oh no. Maybe it was just a smaller t-shirt.
No. I think it was a bigger stomach. So that proves that my diet's going really well. So have you been rocking the exercise in the last week?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little. Today I've done yoga. Yogurt. No, just yoga. And last week I did 1 HIIT session and 1 yoga. So it's like, it's not doing masses, but I'm still doing some.
Keeping your hand in.
Keeping my hand in, yeah. I was thinking today about going back to my other yoga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Monday night yoga.
Yeah, city yoga. I think.
Yeah.
They are called. Yeah.
You thought about it.
Yeah. I'm back in that space of thinking about these things. Less thinking, more action. That's what's needed.
I imagine so.
Also in the running space. I
Yeah,
think we need to apply that.
I was saying yesterday that it's probably about time to get back to the running.
The weather is much nicer now. We've got lighter mornings, lighter evenings.
Yeah, it's due to snow at the weekend, so
Yeah.
that's going to be good.
But we shouldn't let that put us off from going now.
No, you shouldn't let anything like that put you off at any point in time.
No.
But yeah, just sort of pointing that out when you're saying that the weather's good now.
Yeah. I also need to think, because of this marathon, that should take 26 weeks to train for.
How many weeks have you got?
I don't know, if I'm quite honest.
Probably want to look into that.
What date is it? 26th of March. April, May, June, July, August, September. I've basically got 6 to 7 months. 6.5 months. So that is 28 weeks or so. Yeah, so I've got 2 weeks to pull my finger out.
Okay.
A friend mentioned to me yesterday, actually, Zoe, that she's going to sign up for Race at Your Pace for April.
All right. Okay.
Like one of those things that I've done before. And she said, like, if I was interested, did I want to sign up for it too? And I thought, that's what I need to do. Just to make me commit to covering a certain amount of mileage in the month.
Do you want to explain what Race at Your Pace is?
Oh, yeah, can do. Sign up online to Race at Your Pace. You can agree to cover, I think it's 25, 50, 75, 100, 150 or 200 miles over the course of a month. You just log it yourself on whichever running application you choose to use. And then you submit that to Race at Your Pace at the end of the month. So either the tally or a screenshot of the total amount as your proof, and then they send you a t-shirt and a medal. I think it's £15 from memory. I've done 2 before. I think I've done, did I do 75 and a 50?
Yeah, I think you started one part way through the month, so did the 50 and then
did the 75.
did the 75 after that.
I feel like I've done 100 as well, but I'm not sure if I'm telling the truth on that or not.
So you're lying is what you're saying?
No, I'm not.
Possibly lying.
Possibly lying. I'm sure I've done 100.
Dirty lies.
So yes, I might just have to start with the 50 again.
Okay, fair enough.
To make the commitment. Do you care to take part?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Would that give you the incentive to get back out there? I think that might give us the incentive to get back out on a morning.
Yeah, because really I could only do it on a morning because I go to the gym most evenings. So
yeah, and you don't want to think about having to go once you get back from the gym. So yeah, we just need to build that back into the morning routine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Even if it's only like 2 on a morning.
2 o'clock in the morning?
No, 2 miles.
2 miles on a morning? Are you freaking crazy?
Yeah, but if you did that every morning...
Cray.
Would you be able to do it every morning? Or would you still want a rest?
I don't know.
It's only 2 miles, or 1.5 to 2.
The thought of it is already making me tired. I need a little lie down.
That's the battle, though, isn't it? Thinking that it's going to be harder than it is, when in actual fact you're talking 20 minutes worth of effort.
20 minutes?
23 minutes of effort.
23 minutes? My word, that's 23 minutes less time in bed.
It is, but you're looking at covering, like, that's your 50 miles.
I've already lost an hour this week.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big question is, what impression are you giving us this week?
Oh, I don't know. Do I have choices? Have I not already done, like... I've already done Canadian.
Yeah, you're going to go back to doing Canadian?
I've already done Jamaican.
Yeah. So you can...
I think I've also done South African.
When?
And I said sneaky fucking porn.
Okay, do you want to do that one properly, or...?
No, that is the extent of me doing it properly.
South African's all about, like, doubloon, cougarin.
What?
Cougarin.
What's that?
And diplomatic immunity.
But do you not have to do the accent as well? Not just saying words.
Yeah.
Come on then.
I'm not the one doing the impression.
No, but I'm just trying to, like,
come on.
share the load. What am I supposed to be doing?
You're going to decide out of all of those all those on your list. What are you going to do for us? I finally got someone to do a Kermit the Frog impression. Willingly as well. I didn't even have to offer it up. They were like, "Oh, I've got a Kermit the Frog impression." I was like, brilliant. Every time I ask somebody about an impression, my first question is, do you do a Kermit the Frog?
Who did it?
Edward Dench. Kermit the Frog, threw it out there.
What did he say? Was it any good?
He sang a song about being gay.
Okay. Was it good?
He did a good Gollum impression.
Oh, okay.
That was very good. So, your impression is?
I don't know. Can I recap on the ones I've already done?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
You can
I'm feeling the pressure now, though.
Cement one in. Say this week's impression is.
This week's impression is an impression of the guy from I Love You Man doing an impression of Jamaican. And it goes... Well, actually, no, because if I actually do it proper, then that's not doing the impression of the man in the film. What's his name?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Because his is a very terrible impression. It's just like slapping the bass. Or something like that. But
yeah.
My proper impression attempt would be slapping the bass. I just need to crawl into a hole.
One more time, please.
Slapping the bass. Yeah. No, that got worse.
I thought that got better. And just one more time.
For good measure.
Yeah.
Slapping the bass. Man.
Okay, and what is this week's advert? What are you advertising for us this week?
Oh.
Which product can you not get through the day without?
Currently, I'm going to roll with Sorene's lunchbox size malt loaf.
A little bit of malt loaf.
Yeah.
I am currently rolling deep in Volvic flavoured water.
Yes.
Not Asda's flavoured water. That's a whole other story that we won't go into. But it's watermelon water today.
How is that? That was one of those I wasn't sure if it actually tastes nice or not.
Yeah, it's alright.
Okay.
It's alright.
Alright.
It's alright.
Okay.
So is that it then?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Over and out.
Yeah. You're done?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Calling it quits.
There we go. Lianne Davies, second time round. Thanks for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Come back.
I have been Lianne Davies.
It's good night from me. And I have been Cookie for Cookiecast.
Catch you on the flip side.
Yeah, on the flippity flop. Bye-bye.
So there you go. Another episode of Cookiecast in the bag. What did you think to that one? Any good? Why don't you let us know? Shout us on our Facebook page, Cookiecast. Give us a little tweet on Twitter, @CookieCastPod. You can even email us, cookiecast.pod@gmail.com. Yeah, the Instagram thing, it's still not got any pictures on, but soon, I promise, soon. I'm going to get a picture of everybody, put it on there, then you know what these lovely sounding people look like. Give us a shout, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, what you want to hear more of, what you want to hear less of. And join me next time on another episode of Cookiecast. Bye-bye.